Summer is almost here, and if you're a parent, you know the scramble to find activities where your kids will thrive. Brooklyn Game Lab uses board games, card games, and Dungeons and Dragons to not only keep kids engaged, but to help kids build real social and emotional skills. Their social skills program has earned national attention, and this summer, they're expanding it.
Yep, here to tell us more is Emma Klein, Head of Operations at Brooklyn Game Lab. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
We just started talking a little bit in the commercial break. Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, so for parents who hear Dungeons and Dragons, they see costumes, they're picturing wizards. What is actually happening in your social skills lessons?
So Dungeons and Dragons is an adventure role-playing game. The kids play as the heroes and the adults at the table tell the story. They fill it with characters and they set up conflicts, and it's up to the kids to decide how to handle those conflicts. And there's no Dungeons and Dragons experience necessary. All of our adults are experts and they can guide your kids through the adventure.
What I love is you're dealing with a lot of big emotions too, and that's something that is so important to handle that health in a healthy way. That's the most, and you guys are working with that as well, right?
Yeah, we find that it can be really hard to utilize coping skills in the heat of a moment when the child is really emotionally dysregulated, but it's also not super useful to practice them in zero stress situations. We feel like the game can give the children a chance to sort of feel those emotions. They feel the stress, the frustration, and they can respond in a safe, controlled environment with us instead of at school or on the playground.
That's awesome.
Right. The first time you don't want it to be real life where they don't have the skills to navigate.
Yeah, it's better to have us there to sort of practice with the kid. They feel that frustration. They, for example, if a child acts out physically against other kids that frustrate them, we can design a situation in the D&D game where they feel that frustration, but they're with us in a calm environment, and we can guide them through, relaxing, calming down, taking a breath before they say something or act out.
Awesome.
Fantastic. So what are parents saying about what they're seeing on their side, on the other side?
Kids are making really genuine connections in this program. Like, I know they go to each other's birthday parties, they plan sleepovers, they're seeing each other outside of these sessions. It's not just in the game. And I think a lot of parents are saying their kids are gaining a lot of confidence to speak. We've had kids that were minimally verbal when they first joined us, and then they become leaders at their table, suggesting plans for the battle, and they even get up in front of the whole group and tell jokes and things like that, which is really exciting to see a kid who was not talking at all suddenly, be wowing the whole group.
You must get emotional constantly.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like some of the deepest moments I've had working at Game Lab have been in the social skills program. Just seeing these kids grow, it really is so rewarding. And to know that we're part of helping them do that is really important.
So great.
And it's sensory friendly, right? Which is so important because there's a lot of kids that are neurodivergent, and it accommodates pretty much everybody.
Yeah. We have lots of aids for that. We have like our headphones and everything. We are really aware of children's different needs. We're able to make lots of different accommodations. We know every child needs something different to succeed, and we're really able to tailor that experience. Because we have such low ratios, we can offer really dedicated support and specialized support to the children in the program. We're even able to help support children that have been asked to leave other programs because of behavior concerns, because we're more specialized and more prepared to handle those situations.
Awesome.
And you have your ratio is pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's 1 to 4 at all times, sometimes even 1 to 3 on certain days.
That's
amazing.
Wonderful.
Okay, so summer's around the corner. You've expanded your summer social skills program to a full 8 weeks. What should parents know if they want to enroll?
Well, we expanded because we sold out last year. So if you think this is for you, I'd recommend signing up as soon as possible. The sooner we hear from you, the sooner we can get back to you about how we can make the summer a great one for your child. Yeah.
Excellent.
And I'm looking at this picture right now. The game selection is on point.
Amazing.
You guys have everything.
We mainly focus, we play D&D every single session, but we do have a library of over 1,000 board games that kids can get their choice of playing. Not just Monopoly, not just Sorry. We have some really, really interesting new cutting edge games all the time.
Okay.
And D&D is something that follows you throughout your life too. I remember there's like a Hollywood like Vince Vaughn, like adults play it, and it's so social. Like that's the most important thing is getting these kids to just like hang out with each other.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like kids get to sort of work on their social skills twofold. Like they get to act through their character because their character, can practice these situations. But then it's also sort of like a team sport, which I always call it. They're at the table with other kids. They have to work with them. There's no working against the party, as we say. So, it's a chance to come hang out with their friends that they're making in this program.
Fantastic. It's awesome.
Emma, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Kids working through real life experiences. We got to go check out their board games.
And that's awesome.
Oh my goodness.
Twister?
Not Twister, but we've got a lot of good ones.
If you want to learn more about social skills or summer activities at Brooklyn Game Lab, scan the QR code on your screen right now or head to Pix11.com and click on the Pix Partners tab.
Yep.